Are you ready for Kazimierz CC? Or if not, actually, am I ready for Kazimierz CC? If you're gonna ask me like, Kukki, are you prepared? Are you ready to go and do your risk 18 or your max risk clears? I gotta be honest, I went into this CC with zero preparation at all. I know not too much about the map order, I'm not very specific into all the risk and whatsoever. To me, I'd rather experience this CC blind, and like, what's the point of preparing if I'm gonna copy someone else's strategy and, you know, it's not an original thing to me. I won't be happy clearing if it's not my own idea that I come up with. So that's at least to me. I want to experience this CC authentically and have the most fun out of it. But then again, I haven't made any video to talk about the details of this entire event, so let's talk about all of them right now. So, CC Spectrum is going to be a 14-day event. It lasts from 11th November all the way to 25th November. Let me start off with miscellaneous stuff first that comes together with this CC. Firstly, all of the chips and supply stages will be open for you for 14 days. So if you need to go and farm some additional resources for yourself, you can go ahead and do some mad rush during this event. At the same time, there's a very unique banner that runs together with this event, which is the Joint Operation. I believe this is the fourth one that exists within the game, and there are 4 featured 6 stars this time. There's Taunts, Suzerain, Nightingale, and Weedy. Now if you're unfamiliar with Joint Operation, how it works is that if you get a 6 star within this banner, you're guaranteed to get one of the 4 6 stars that's shown within this image itself. That also means that if let's say you're thinking of getting a Blaze or a Calcid and something like that within this banner, nope, you won't get them, only these 4 operators. This kind of banner is really good for those of you who have none of the operators within the banner, or if not, if you have only one of the operator, you're missing 3, then it's a 75% chance to get, you know, the remaining operators that you don't have, 25% to get the one that you have. If you have 2 of the operators in the banner already, or 3, the worth of the banner may be a little lower. It depends on yourself. Because if let's say you are missing 2 operators, you're gambling with a 50% chance. 50-50 of getting someone that you have and don't have. And then if you only have 1 operator you're missing, it's a 25% chance. Exact same rate as a standard banner. Do you want to gamble that chance? It's up to you. And if you don't mind potentials of getting the other operators, then it might be actually an okay banner for you to take. So note that when you're pulling on this. But at the same time, it's not only the 6 stars. Even the 5 stars are also going to be the only 5 stars that you can get within the banner. Which these 5 stars include Null, Andrainer, Silence, Franca, Elysium, and Leonhard. Which some of them are definitely very good operators. So if you want to grab them, go ahead and pull within this banner. Now we get into cosmetics. There is a skin series we're running in this one, which is the Rhodes Kitchen line of skins. Rhodes Kitchen includes Magalan, Bee Hunter, and Istina, which they have some of the cutest outfits that would exist within the game. Although there are some cuter ones that I'm looking forward to down the line, but these 3 skins are pretty damn good. I did buy a Magalan for myself, I'm quite happy with owning that skin. At the same time, I think the skin that most people are very excited about is the Blue Poison skin. And this is going to be added to the permanent store of CC. The permanent store is basically a store that opens all the time, 24/7, even when the event is on and the event is closed. So you don't have to worry about getting Blue Poison skin within this event. If let's say you're unable to, you're spending your contract bounties on something else this season, you can always get the Blue Poison skin later on. So that's a good part. It's always the case where all the skins are within the permanent store, ready for you to take at any point in time. And that also includes a new skin that's also added to the store, which is the Melantha skin. If any of you want to grab that, you can get that. And there's 2 more items that's also added within the permanent store, and that is a Royal Specialist token. Can be very expensive, it takes a lot of contract bounties, but if you get all 4 of them, you can add a pot to a 6-star specialist that you want. And of course, to commemorate CC, there is a Spectrum banner furniture for you to buy within the store. So that's all the miscellaneous stuff covered. Let's now talk about the permanent map. Now this CC is a very unique CC for the fact that it can be a little bit of the challenging side for quite a bit of you. Now, first of all, this is the map that we're going to experience in a little bit. And this is a triple lane map, as you can see. The triple lane comes from the fact that there is a left side of the map and there's a right side of the map. The left side, all the enemies funnel into 1 blue box. The right side, the enemies come from 1 red box, but it splits into 2 lanes, entering the blue box after that. I can find that there will be a good number of players who thinks that this CC is pretty complicated. It is honestly a harder side of the CC. Compared to Let's Seal, Risk 18 on this one is not as free. It's gonna need more brain power in order to get you that Risk 18. But it's not downright difficult. Some people think this is the hardest CC, other people think Spyrite was the hardest CC. So it's for yourself to judge when you experience it later on. Apart from this triple lane map being a tight squeeze, as we all know, it's gonna be a Kazimierz CC. If you look at the enemy intelligence of the Kazimierz enemies Kazimierz is a very unique faction of enemies for the fact that they all are very balanced. There's an equal number of enemies who are weak to arts damage, and the other side of enemies that are weak to physical damage. If you look at the two main bosses of Kazimierz itself, the Corrupted Knight and the Withered Knight, one of them is low on defense, and then the other one is low on resistance, which goes to say that you need to balance out the idea of putting good enough arts damage and good enough physical damage all in one map. Definitely adding to the challenge of this map. Now that's all the brief details you need to know without spoiling you about what's to come. If you're interested to find out the things like what risks there are and maybe the pathing of the enemies, I'm gonna link you all some websites within the description of the video. You can read more over there if let's say you want to be completely spoiled about what's to come. Okay, interesting details about daily map. First of all, there is a daily map that is gone from the system, which is Transport Hub. Transport Hub is the one that had the Code of Raw enemies, and from this CC onwards, we'll no longer see it as a daily map. Can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. I'm not sure what's your opinion towards Transport Hub, but it is being replaced by Abandoned Mine, which Abandoned Mine is the previous CC's permanent map, and it's a very simple one. To get Risk 8 on this particular daily map, it's gonna be more often very free for people. So good addition I suppose, gives people less stress in CC. And at the same time, this CC is the last time you will be playing East Armory and Pirate Gorge, which I think is good news for quite a few people. I understand that these two maps can be quite hated for quite a bit of you, so live their daily maps to the fullest before they are gone for good. Now I probably have to answer the question of, where's the guide? Like where's the preparation guide that I made? Because I made one for previously in Let's Seal, and I didn't make one for this one. Well, I chose not to make a guide this time around because, to be fair, as I said just now, this CC is not really on the easiest side. There isn't like a core operator that you would build in order to really trivialize the entire thing. There are a lot of operators that would trivialize it. And if you're wondering who might make the map good and whatnot, there are other YouTubers who also made their own guides already, like E and Drills. They made very good videos in terms of recommending the units that you can use in this map. But to me, any 6-star, any 5-star, they are gonna have their own purposes that might fit this map very well. Therefore, I'm not really pinning my guns against any particular operators that you guys need to bring this time around. I'd rather that you guys just take this CC wholly and experience it to the fullest. But that doesn't mean that I'm not gonna make any more guides. I didn't make a preparation guide, but I will still be providing a lot of guides for you guys along the way. There's a lot of videos that I'll be churning out during this particular event with things like daily map guides. I'll show you how to do Risk 8 with a low-end squad and a borrowed 6-star, and then I'm going to show you the high-end squad as to how I defeat the max risk. Afterwards, we're also going to do the Risk 18 strategies. I'll come up with some simple ways for you guys to follow if let's say you're really struggling to clear this event. And this is a little bit of a fun project, but I'll try to find many different ways to clear Risk 18 for you guys. It might become a compilation video where I might show 3 strategies, 5 strategies, 10 strategies, all bunched in one video so that you can watch different types of runs, take reference to them, learn from them, and tweak something to your own strategy. I will show it from across the board, from something that is very low rarity, a very low account, to something that might be on the high end, all in that one video. I think that one would be very good as a material for you guys to watch. So yes, don't worry, I'm not losing my time of making guides. I'm still gonna make it for y'all. And speaking of guides, if you've never played CC at all and you know nothing about it, you wish to get some basic information, I have made a contingency guide video before. If you haven't watched that, please do watch that after this video. That one will really run down for you guys everything you need to know, all the basic details, especially if you're new to the game. I highly recommend watching it. Before dropping off of the video, let me give you some final advice. For those of you who are busy players, if currently in life you're busy with work, you're busy with school, you're experiencing your final exams and whatsoever, you feel like this is going to be a tough time to commit towards, then do not fear missing out on this event. It is perfectly fine that you don't really play so much into this event. Don't care about the medals, don't care about needing contract bounties. They're not a must. The bonuses, but the bonuses that are fine for you to miss. If you really care about completing the event to the fullest and you don't have enough time to play them, use guides. No fear, there's no shame in using any guides if you need to. Even if you're not using my guides, use someone else's, go and make it the easy clear for your account and go about your own life. Alright, don't make this game a time to stress you out. Focus on what you need to do first, then come back and play seriously when you're able to. For those of you who consider yourself as not so big brain of a player, and you don't like the fact that everyone is talking about how you need to be big brain, you need to get Risk 18 or whatsoever, don't be pressured. You don't need Risk 18, And if you really want to try to get there and you're unable to, like I said to the busy players, no shame, use guides if you have to. But try your very best to do it by yourself first. It's very rewarding when you're able to clear things on your own. And if you thought you were not so big brain, then, after you clear things on your own, you feel like you're actually better in your thinking. That's the journey of playing Arknights after all. For those of you who are veteran and old players, you've been playing this game for more than 1 year, try your best to get risk 18. Or if not, go even higher than risk 18. In your daily maps, try not to cut at just risk 8. You can definitely push. Go big, take the grand prize, try to go as high risk as possible, because risk 8 is going to feel very easy for those of you who played the game for a long time. For those of you who are mid-game players, you're playing the game for about 6 months to a year, you're still not used to it, you're still, getting in the zone and building up your operators, go as high as you can. Risk 18, that's the best outcome. Risk 8 for all the dailies, that's the best outcome. If you can't push all the way there, risk 16, risk 6 on the dailies is just fine. Don't be hard on yourself, do your best as far as you can. And for those of you who are new players, you just joined the game a month ago, you just joined the game for 2 months or a week, wherever that you are, and you consider yourself new, don't be pressured to clear the event off. Like I said, you don't need risk 18. If you can get something like risk 8, risk 10 off the permanent map, and your daily map you get risk 4 or 5, it's brilliant. More than happy. You're doing great as a new player just as far as you are going. It's always a matter of do your best. Because when you do your best, then you can be happy of what you have done. The motto that I want you all to understand is that Contingency Contract is a time to have fun. It's not the time to have stress. If you don't like the journey of what you're playing, you're not having fun. And that's bad, because the game is supposed to make you happy. CC isn't a pressure cooker test for you to end up being kicked out of social media just because you can't get risk 18. People don't bother, man. You do you. It's your own game. Make sure that you like what you're doing. Alright, I hope that you all enjoy CC Spectrum. Many more videos to come. Look forward. See you all. Enjoy! Bye bye.